Hi, good morning, everyone.
Tony here, Enterprise Vacuum. So I'm back again with Barbie.
Good morning.
So today's lesson, we're going to be talking a little bit about the scanning cut and a couple of the features that it can do. But we'll just wait for everybody to kind of hops on, and that way we can get as much people as we can to go ahead and get started on this little scanning cut demo. Funny thing, Barbie, actually, my mom came in a couple of days ago because I'm an owner of a scanning cut, and she sees all the things that I do, all the shirts, all the hats, all the little crafts that I do for her and her family, a couple other friends. And she decided to come into the store, and she said, "I want that one." So now my mom's an official owner as well. So I'm sure she'll be watching here. So we'll wait for her and a couple of other people on.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Colleen. Good morning. We miss you.
Yes.
We hope you're doing good. Who else? Who else is talking about? Linda? I can't remember.
Sorry, you are echoing.
Echoing?
Is it standing next to him?
How does it sound now? Good. Thumbs up. Thumbs
Good
up.
morning.
Thumbs up for good.
I like seeing those names pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not talking. I'm sorry.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
All right, guys. Thumbs up. Now, also, I want to say there's going to be a secret word for a $50 gift card. You just got to stick around after the tutorial. I try not to bore you so much, and then break the word. The word is not thumbs up, so you just got to stick around for that. It's a secret.
Yes, yes, I do know.
You do know the word?
Yes.
Okay, I got to switch
But
it up.
I'm not talking.
I got to switch it up.
I want to say it.
Okay.
I own this building. I just love it. Do all kinds of things in the classes. Oh, good morning.
How do we sound? Nice. Good. Okay, we echoing still.
We still have an echo?
Tell us in the comments if we're good. It's okay, we'll get it fixed.
My son's a little ways away. Are we still echoing? Yeah.
Yes, a bad echo.
Bad echo.
Bad echo. Oh no.
Oh, maybe.
It was on, so that's good. I think that the audio from the laptops were on, so maybe we just gotta turn those off, and we should be good. Let me set audio quick. Good.
Okay.
How do we sound now, guys?
Is that
Are we
better?
ready?
Okay.
There
good.
you go. Yeah, so it probably just was the audio of the other devices. Okay, I think we're ready to start.
Yes, I
Yeah?
think so.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to another segment of Thumbs Up Thursday. My name is Tony. I'm an official owner of the Brothers Scan & Cut. Today, we're going to be demonstrating the Scan & Cut, its basic features, and just everything that you can do with it. I'm here with Barbie. She's actually an owner of a Scan & Cut as well. Do you want to tell them a little bit about the Scan & Cut before we get started with the project?
So with the Scan & Cut, you can cut out the heat transfer vinyl that we're going to be showing you today. You can do the sticky vinyl. You can do cardstock. You can do fabric, felt, cord. You can even cut out balsa wood. The only thing is with the balsa wood, you only want it to be as thick as a dime. The balsa is soft, so it's easy to cut, and you would also use your deep cut blade. But while Tony is not here, I wanted to tell you there is a Brother app for your phone, Android and the iPhone, and it will, it's called Brother Support. So if you have any questions on while you're working on a project, all your answers are in there. It talks about what blade to use for different products, troubleshooting. It's a really good app. So if you don't have that on your phone, you do need to put that on there. The Brothers also come out with Artspira, so it has projects for you to do. There's also Brother Creates. There's all kinds of information out there to get you motivated to use the Scan & Cut, so it's not sitting there.
Right, collecting dust, exactly,
Yes.
yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and push through the project. We're gonna get started. So I go to this gym in the morning every morning, and he saw that I would wear all these custom shirts, military shirts, and just craft shirts in general. And he asked me where I would get these shirts, and I told him, well, I made them. So he decided, to say, hey, do you mind making me a couple of shirts? And I decided, why not? Why not? Why not make a little money on the side? This machine is great. It's a great money maker. If it's something small that you want to start, this is the machine for you. So today, I'm going to be showing you a little on how to layer vinyl. Okay. When it comes to the ScanNCut, sometimes it could be as simple as one color, sometimes two colors, multiple colors, right? So you have to know how to layer these colors accordingly, right? So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a shirt. I'm going to be using a rotary cutter, right? To my weeding tool, I always like to go with the AccuQuilt die care pick, right? This brayer is excellent if you have a couple bubbles whenever you're laying down your vinyl and your standard mat, right? So this is the perfect tool to get those bubbles out of the way. And then ruler, can never go wrong with the ruler. I don't like to waste vinyl.
No, I don't.
Vinyl's not cheap, so I don't like to waste vinyl. I like to make sure that everything's cut, nice and straight, and just use exactly what I need. Whenever I press my iron onto my shirt, I like this cut and press because one side I'm able to cut the vinyl, and on the other side I'm able to press.
It's
right?
very handy.
So it comes in hand a lot. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, right? So let me grab my shirt back here. So these are a couple of shirts that I made. So this is the final product, right? We're gonna start with just a standard black shirt, right? So we'll lay down the shirt over here.
They have any questions?
If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and then Cindy can read us the questions, and we'll be more than happy to answer it, right? Standard black shirt goes here, okay? Now, the design that I have for the gym, I have it on a USB, USB, right? So the ScanNCut, if a ScanNCut comes with multiple designs, oh my goodness.
Oh, there's a ton of designs.
Right, so there's a lot of designs, but if you want to do custom designs, like maybe a business name or a certain logo, it's so easy to create cut files. Actually, CraftNCut.
Yeah, I use CraftNCut software.
Okay, yeah, so CraftNCut is great, a great software and a tool to create these cut files, which then you can add to a USB, and then you can insert the USB over in your ScanNCut. There's a USB port, which
Andre says he's the coach.
Oh yeah, Andre, good morning. Yeah, that's my gym coach right there. These are his shirts, his business. I mean, it's great. It's a great atmosphere to be in. If you're looking to maybe make a change in your life or anything like that, he's located right here down the street on Blackstone. So yeah, Andre, just drop your phone number, drop your address there in case people want to come out as well and just get a quick workout in the morning. Anyways, so like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have my USB, I have my design, okay? Your ScanNCut comes with a mat, a standard adhesive mat, right? We're gonna go ahead and peel it off.
And can I just say something
Sure,
about this?
sure.
This is a protective cover. This keeps your mat from drying out. So the best thing to do is you don't want to keep flipping it to different sides when you stick it down. Just put a sticker on the top and say top. And that way you'll always put it down and you're not putting the dusty side down on the mat. So that keeps it nice and clean.
That's very great. That's awesome. Okay. So we have our mat, right? We're gonna start off with our red vinyl, right? So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and press that vinyl on the mat right here. Okay.
Tony,
Yeah.
when you trim up your heat transfer vinyl, do you put shiny side down on the cutting mat or the dull side?
That's a great question, Barbie. So you have your shiny side, and then you have kind of like a matte finish side, right? So the matte finish side is what you want facing up. The shiny side you want on the mat down, facing down. Reason is because when you do a heat transfer vinyl, when you enter it into the ScanNCut and you cut it, you're gonna go ahead and mirror that image so that when it cuts it mirrored, and then you go ahead and peel it off and you weed it, now you have your design right side up and you're able to put that down on your shirt.
Unless you want to read it in the mirror.
Unless you want to read it in the mirror. That's right. That's a great question, Barbie. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start. We're going to put our vinyl onto our cutting mat here. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna grab our brayer, make sure we're gonna get all these air bubbles.
Sounds
Make
like
sure all those,
popcorn.
you guys hear all those air
Yeah.
bubbles? We're gonna get all these air bubbles out of the way, okay? Wanna show them up here? Gonna get these air bubbles out of the way. Okay,
Nice and smooth.
nice and smooth, nice and straight. Try to get it as straight as possible. Perfect. We're gonna come here, we're gonna enter it into our scan and cut. And then we're going to press this button right here that's going to read your mat, and it's gonna enter it into the scan and cut, right? Okay, so we're gonna press it right there.
Not for sharing.
Thank you guys, thank you for sharing. Okay, here's another cool little trick with the scan and cut. It comes actually also with a little, what do you call it, Barbie? Stylus. A little stylus, right? Your finger kind of gets in the way, or you're not able to drag things. This stylus is a great, tool that comes with the scan and cut, where you're able to just click, right? So it said it read the cutting mat already. Okay, we're gonna try one more time. Make sure that it reads it. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so we're ready. So you're gonna start here. So like I said, the scan and cut itself comes with a bunch of designs, patterns. We have letters, we have designs, we have cups. We have
Quilt patterns too.
quilt patterns too. That's awesome. Okay. But since I'm creating a custom design for my coach, my gym coach, I went ahead and entered that design into the USB, right? So I'm going to go down here to where it says retrieve data. I'm going to click on the retrieve data. Okay. Now it gives me three options. It gives me scan and cut. This little scan and cut symbol means that whenever you're creating a design, there's going to be a save button on there that you're able to save that design onto the scan and cut machine itself, right? What does that laptop mean, Barbie?
So you can hook it up to a computer if you don't have the wireless connection, then you can send it over through your computer. You can download Brother Canvas, and then it wirelessly talks to the newer scanning cuts,
Oh,
which is pretty cool.
yeah, that's
So
all.
you don't
Yeah,
have
that's
to use
that's
the-
real cool.
You don't have to use the USB.
Oh, yeah, I gotta try that feature. Okay, and then the last option is that USB, right? That's where we put our design. Okay, so we're gonna go into our USB, right? And there's three colors, but in reality, there's only two, right? So we're gonna go and we're gonna select, since we put our red vinyl, we're gonna select our red, right? So we have it there, it comes out, the design. Here, it's telling me and it's showing me what I have. I'm gonna click OK, right there, right? Here, I can go ahead and click on the design, right? If it's too big or too small, I'm gonna make it a little small. So the way you make it small, right, is you come here, you click on it, and then you go off to the right. There's add if you want to add another design, or edit if you want to edit the design, right? I want to edit the design, so I'm going to go ahead and click edit, and then I'm going to click object edit, right? Because I see that it's too big, I'm going to go ahead and make it smaller. The way you make it small is that top left, that diagonal arrow. It's what allows you to make it bigger or smaller, right? So I'm going to click on that. And here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decrease in height. And when you decrease in height, it also decreases in width, unless you click this bottom right button that's down here. You click on it, it locks both of them, and now you're only allowed, now it allows you to, if you wanna make it taller, or you wanna make it wider, right? And when you click this button, it would only allow you to adjust one, right? But if you unclick it, now you're able to make it small and wider at the same time, or small at the same time.
Proportion, right?
Correct. Okay, so I'm gonna make it just a little smaller to fit on my vinyl. And the good thing about this scanner cut also, Barbie, is it gives you these grid lines, which it's as if you're looking at your cutting mat right in front of you through the scanner cut. So just just getting that visual. It even has that little triangle up here, right? That little triangle up here, where you're able to see it on exactly where your center is at, right? Okay, so I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. Okay, Now, before you get out of here, remember, let's kind of backstep a little. Whenever it comes to heat transfer vinyl, you want to go ahead and mirror your design. So that way, when it cuts it mirrored, then you're able to just weed it out and then get that design on its own. So the way you mirror it is there's this 2 arrows facing inboard right here. You want to click that, right? Right above it, there's a plus sign as well. That plus sign means if you want to do more than one cut, right? So let's say I want, for example, for the gym that I did a couple of shirts. So I'm not going to just cut one at a time because that's very time consuming, right? So I put my vinyl down on the mat. I can visually see how many I can take, right? So I'm gonna make maybe, let's say, 3 copies. I'm gonna hit OK. Now I'm able to grab these and just adjust them, right? Now let's say that there's something that I should have done before I did this. Now let's say that you have this whole mat filled with all these designs and you forgot to mirror them. Can you imagine mirroring every single one of these at the same time?
Yeah.
No, right? So it's very time consuming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to hit OK, right? I'm going to click this 3 little dots. And this works also great with the scanning feature. When you scan it, if there's a bunch of excess things you don't want, this is a perfect and faster way to delete all those unwanted things, right? So there's these 3 boxes right here, right? So let me back up. Right? So once we went into object edit, this is where we were at, object edit. I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to hit these 3 red boxes. Now it's going to bring me up to this page. I'm going to click this red box that's off to the right. And what that's going to do is that's going to select everything in red in my cutting mat, right? Everything in red that I have there, it's basically saying that I wanted to do something with it, right? The only one that I want to leave on here is going to be that first one. So I'm going to click it. It's going to unhighlight it, and it's going to keep everything else highlighted. Now imagine you have all this cutting mat with unwanted things. It's going to highlight everything. Then you're going to hit OK. And you see this trash right here? I want to delete it. And it'll delete everything except that one design that you unclicked, right? Now I'm going to go back in there to object edit one more time, and I'm going to mirror it. And you can tell it's mirrored because it'll leave that mirror button highlighted in blue, right? So even if I decide to get out and I go back in there, object edit, right? It's still mirrored. Now I want to go ahead and make my copies. I want 3. I'm going to hit OK. Now all my copies are mirrored. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust them. Perfect. Give them a little bit of space amongst each other. Just like that. My designs are mirrored. Everything looks good. Everything's going to fit on there. Well, now we're ready to go ahead and begin to cut it.
Before you do that, Tony, do you ever scan it and take a picture of where your heat transfer vinyl is?
I don't.
So you can make sure.
I don't, but I would love to know. I would love to see if you could teach me.
Okay, we'll say OK on the screen.
Okay.
And now you see the little blue mat right there.
Mhm.
Touch that one.
Okay.
And then say start. And it's going to scan it. So that way you can make sure that you have it lined up where it's not, maybe one might have moved accidentally. So
Okay.
you can make sure it's all lined up there.
See, I just learned something new. That's why we call Barbie 911. No, I'm guys. I'm always learning. I feel like I'm the perfect example of being a student. I think you never know.
No,
You never know everything. There's always multiple ways to learn. So actually, if you see right here, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can see that you're kind of close, so you can move them.
Are there any questions?
Any questions so far? And that's awesome. I did not know that. That's awesome, Barbie. Thank you. Thank you for teaching me that. Okay, so now, do I have to clear or can I leave it here?
You can say OK,
Okay.
so you can get to your other choices
Okay,
there.
perfect. Now we're here. Now we're going to go ahead and select, and then we're going to click cut.
Rosalind said this is great information.
Oh, good.
I'm glad, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, right? If I don't know the answer, that's why I have Barbie here.
We
Okay.
will find the answer.
Exactly. Okay, guys. So once you get here, Before you go ahead and hit that start button, there's a little wrench here that you want to click, right? There's not a lot of things to adjust there. A lot of the recommendations, I recommend you keep everything on auto, right? From there, you can just adjust if you need more pressure, if you need more speed. But we're going to click that wrench, right? And I keep everything the same. The only thing I'm worried about, and I want to make sure that's on, is that half cut. That half cut needs to be on. Reason is, if that half cut is off, it's going to pierce right through the heat transfer vinyl. And now, it's going to create a lot of work, because now you're going to have to find a transfer sheet, and it's just going to, it's going to be very, very time consuming. So you want to make sure that that half cut is on, right? That way it doesn't cut or it doesn't pierce that vinyl. Everything else is good. Like I said, settings wise, you want to keep it on the auto or suggested brother settings. Okay. We're going to hit.
Do you want to do a test?
Yes, I was going to say that. Before you hit start also, once you adjusted your settings, you want to do a quick test. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring up a little triangle. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that little triangle is way on this corner. So I'm going to grab that little triangle.
It's so tiny, it's hard to
It
grab.
is very tiny. And I'm going to drag it just anywhere in my area where the vinyl is at, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut it and see what it does. Make sure that all my settings are adjusted correctly. Perfect. All right, let's check it out now. I'm going to go ahead and grab my pick. Let me see if it did a good test cut.
It's important to have a really good pick when you're weeding, so you don't nip the edges of your patterns.
Exactly.
So is it like a stiletto?
Uh-huh.
It's
But it has a hook to it.
exact. So it has a nice stiletto. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead
Great
and
information, Tony.
thank you guys. We're gonna go ahead and test again, because it looks like it didn't pierce all the way through, which means that I might need to adjust my cut pressure, right?
It depends on, some heat transfer vinyls have a little more elastic to them,
Mhm.
especially the stretchy ones for t-shirts. So they do take a little bit more pressure.
Okay, so we're gonna go back into the wrench, and then we're gonna go to half cut, right here where it says cut pressure, half cut. It's on auto, right? But I realized that we need a little bit more pressure. I like to keep it anywhere between 3 and 5. What do you
Oh,
recommend?
really? I usually do like 2.
2?
Just to be on the safe
Okay.
side, because I can always recut.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and start at 2, and then we can work our way from there. We're gonna do another test cut. I adjusted my little triangle to go ahead and cut on a different portion. So let's see. Let's see what that does.
Any questions so far?
Any questions so far, guys? Any questions? Okay. All right. Let's check
Doing a
this
good
out.
job.
All right. We're gonna-
And we must be answering everybody's
Yeah.
questions, yeah.
Okay. Yep. That seemed to have done it, Barbie. 2 worked perfectly.
Oh, good.
All right.
You're not in. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Okay. All right. So once we have adjusted everything, we're ready to cut, right? So settings are adjusted. Everything looks good. We did multiple cut settings. Now, if for whatever reason you see that it's still not cutting, then you want to go ahead in there and adjust your settings. Essentially, it's just a cut pressure thing. So now that we're ready to cut, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit that start button to start cutting. And it'll tell you also on the scan and cut exactly about how long it's going to take for the machine to finish cutting. So if you can see right there, Barbie, it'll tell you about 5 minutes for this design to cut. Luckily, we already have our design pre-cut. So we cut our red vinyl, and we cut our white vinyl, right? Because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and layer the design on this shirt, okay? And Barbie, can you help me possibly press?
Sure.
Okay, so we have our design ready. We'll put it off to the side while the scan and cut finishes cutting, okay? And we're gonna grab our shirt. Now, one thing I like to do whenever finding my center, right? Because sometimes it's very hard to find your center, is I like to just fold the shirt in half.
Lining up all your seams.
Lining up all your seams, exactly. Okay,
Shoulder seams, underarm seams.
yep, all of that. And then I just place it down on my,
Get your iron out over there.
on my cut and press. So this mat, it works great because on one side you can press, like I said, and on the other one you can cut. Okay, so once it's there, you want to iron the
Sure.
crease right here.
Also,
You want to iron
Tony,
it on top of
On the mat.
on the cutting.
when you go to weed your vinyl,
Mhm.
if you have a hard time seeing your lines, you can use a light box
That's
and
right.
set it underneath so you can see better.
That's right. Yep. Perfect.
I love this iron. I
Yes,
have this
it's
one
great.
at home.
It's honestly great.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect.
This little trick right here always helps me stay straight because once you find that center, it's easy to just adjust how high you want your design to be. Because once you press on it, you'll notice, I don't know if you're able to see on the camera.
Probably
Right here.
not,
Yeah.
but
Or
there is
maybe
a
we can
really
look at this
nice
camera
crease.
over here, that's
Oh.
over here. Possibly this one, you'll be able to see the crease. Maybe
No,
not.
can't,
No problem.
but there is a crease.
There is a crease, exactly. There's a crease right down the middle that will basically help you keep straight. So we're gonna go ahead and put this shirt down right here, okay? And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna grab our ruler, okay? This out of the way. And we're gonna go ahead, lay it down. I see my crease right here. I have my ruler, right? And I love this little ruler handle,
Yeah,
right? Quilter
nice.
Select ruler handle, because I don't have to grab my ruler from both sides. All I have to do, put it down, right? And then I'm able to pick it up.
The handle keeps you from scratching that matte finish on the other side of the ruler.
Exactly. So you guys can't really see that crease, but that crease is right here, right? So all I have to do now is I have to line up that crease with one of this, one of these lines on this ruler. Make sure that it's nice and straight, just like that. Okay. Now here is what I was saying. Depending how high you want your design or how low you want it, right? I typically like to line it up about right there, right about half of above the neckline right here,
Mhm.
right? That's just the way that that the coach at the gym likes it. He doesn't like it too low. He doesn't like it too high. He likes it right there. So once I line it up, I'm gonna go ahead and put my first layer, okay, which is the white, okay. And when you do your designs and you go ahead and look into the design, you open it on your laptop, you can tell which one's your first layer and you can tell which one's your second layer by the way that they layer out. Because if I put the red first and then I put the white,
You're not gonna see. your
you're not gonna see
letters.
it. It's gonna cover it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and place our first layer. Okay. Oh, another trick that I like to do is to find because you need to find your center on the
Yes.
vinyl as well, right?
Mhm.
So what I like to do is I like to fold these in half. Okay, not the sticky. I don't want it to stick to each other. I do it the opposite direction. And I line it up, and all I'm doing now is I'm folding it in half, getting that crease, and now I found my center.
Oh,
Same
perfect.
thing. There's a little
Here's
crease right there.
question. Do you sell that weeding tool?
Yes, we do sell this weeding tool. This is our AccuQuilt die care pick. Okay, it's on our website. And after this video, all you have to do is click the links below, and everything that we show here is for sale on our Thumbs Up Thursday page and on our website. Great deals on all these tools that we're utilizing today. Okay, so I have my center on my shirt and I have my center on my vinyl. Okay, now all I have to do is I have to line up the top letters with the top ruler, right? About right there. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press down, pick this up. You can even do this.
You make it look so easy.
Press it. Just press.
Perfect.
just like that.
Wow.
Okay. Now it's time to
You-
press. Now it's time to press. And the way that I press is, okay, put it down right there. And a little more over here. Okay. I don't like to just get the iron and press on here because I don't want the heat to ruin my fabric or burn my vinyl.
Exactly.
So I like to use the Teflon pressing sheet because what it does is it prevents any of any, what would you say, burn marks or anything that might be on the iron, to transfer onto the shirt. Not only that, but when you put it on here, it evens out the heat evenly, across your whole entire design. So
Are you ready for pressing?
yes, ma'am.
And
Okay.
then how long do you press it for?
So
Tony?
I like to count about 15 seconds in my head. So I'll do maybe 7.5 on one, 7.5 on the other, or we could do 5, 5, 5. And you want to do a firm press on it.
It's a dry iron, right?
It is a
Yes,
dry
no-
iron,
no
no
steam.
steam. Exactly, no steam. What the steam will cause is it'll wet, and it'll wet your vinyl. It'll somehow find its way to go through everything, and it wets your vinyl, and it gives it this kind of swampy feeling, right? Okay, so we're nice and fresh. We're gonna go ahead and remove this, and you can go ahead
Do a little test. here.
and test peel. Okay, nice and slow. Once you see that it sticks on there,
Some are cool peels and some are hot peels on your heat transfer.
okay.
So
Now,
you always want to test it.
yes, okay, there's a couple of things. You want to use your lint roller. We have a lint roller on our website for sale too. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, good. All right. Now, once we remove that, what is this called, Barbie?
The transfer,
The vinyl
sheet,
transfer
transfer sheet.
thingy, right?
Yeah, thingy.
Okay,
The
I like to.
glossy transfer.
Right? I like to do a after press as well, just to make sure that the vinyl sticks on completely to the shirt. Now this one, I try to do it for about 5 seconds. You don't want to do too much so it doesn't burn the vinyl because it doesn't have that sheet protector anymore.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay, same thing. Pull it off. Nice and smooth. Okay.
Looks really
Perfect.
nice.
Rosemary says you have everything.
Yes, we have
do.
everything. That's the beauty about authorized vacuum. So if we don't have it, we'll get it.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
Okay. Next, we're gonna go ahead and start our layering process, right? Layering process, works however you want it to work, right? It's your design, or if you get a design from somewhere, you're able to visually see the design. The coach, my gym coach, I know his logo, I know his brand, I know how the letters are layered, so it's very simple for us to get these and layered. So we're just gonna go ahead and place it on here. And on here, you don't need a ruler anymore. This is your baseline already, right? So you already put your baseline down. Now we're gonna go ahead and
That looks so cool.
bring it in just like that. You can adjust it. And the cool thing about this also, Barbie, is that the vinyl
Mhm.
sheet, the little thingy that we said that we don't know what it's called, but
Yes, the
it's
clear
shiny,
protective
right? The
sheet.
clear protector.
Yeah.
It's sticky, right? So you don't need any tape. It's very sticky, right? You just have to do a quick press, just like that, and it sticks on there, right? Because sometimes, if you have your working areas, you got a bunch of tools and you got to move it from one side to the other, you're able to pick this shirt up without this falling off, and then you have to
Nice.
replace it. So I think that's a pretty
Perfect.
cool feature of it.
You
Okay,
ready for
so
me to
let's
press?
go ahead and repress this.
I have a question.
Sure.
How many layers have you done on a shirt?
The most layers that I have done was possibly 5. I want to say 5 layers.
Wow.
And I made that for my little soccer team. That's when I first got my scanner, which was
Nice.
about 2 years ago.
Has it been that long?
It has been that long.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it was 5 layers. We were called Matt Town Spartans. We had yellow, we had brown, we had white, we had red, you name it.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna do a slow peel. Make sure that it sticks on there. Looks good, nice and slow. Beautiful,
Ooh,
nice peel.
professional.
There you go. Same thing. Once you get it done, you want to go ahead and do that second press just to make sure that vinyl sticks on there. I like to cut my time in about half. So if it took me anywhere between 10 to 15 seconds on the initial press, you want to cut it to about 5 to 7 seconds on that, repress, just to make sure that vinyl seals, and it looks great. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and show you how the shirt looks. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
Nice, good job.
Awesome. Yep, it came out. Yep, came out real nice.
No wonder they're having you make all the shirts.
Yeah, no. So I'll tell you this. I originally started making shirts just for my my little soccer team that I had, but I realized, very fast, right away that this machine is it's a great machine if you're looking to maybe jump start into the shirt business. Not only shirt business, but also there's different types of vinyls. We also have adhesive vinyl.
Yes.
Here's a question, can this work on quilts?
Yes, you can cut out your quilt blocks with it. There's all different shapes in there.
That's right. That's right. Great question, by the way. Yeah. So there's different types of vinyls. Like I was saying, there's adhesive vinyl, right? I've worked with adhesive vinyl, but not so much. My thing to go to has always been heat transfer. Heat transfer is kind of one of those hobbies of mine and one of my favorite things to do. But you want to talk a little bit about the adhesive and how that works?
Sure. So things that I've done personally with the sticky vinyl is I've purchased the permanent sticky vinyl and I've decorated holiday glasses. We've also done shadow boxes with the heat or with the sticky vinyl. And actually I have tried the heat transfer vinyl on glass just to see if it works, and it does work. Let's see, what else have I done? I've done a lot of cardstock. I've done 3D projects. Those are a lot of fun. Let's see, with
Another
the
question,
Oh.
do you do classes for the scan?
Yes, we do classes for the scan and cut. We have one class a month, and every once in a while I'll throw in a special class, which I'm going to be doing this new quarter. We're actually going to be doing a table runner, cutting out fabric and with the scan and cut, and sewing it together in class. So it's
Where
really
can we
fun.
find those classes?
They're listed on our website, on our calendar, and there will be a picture of the project so you can see what we're doing.
Or yeah,
But we'd love to have you.
exactly. Or you can always give us a call as well.
Mhm.
If you can't find a class that you're looking for on our website, feel free to give us a call at 559-439-2560. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have as far as maybe a class that you might suggest that we that we do. So we're always open to to making sure that you have everything that you need, both product wise and education wise.
Yes, we're always looking for new ideas.
Exactly. So yeah, Barbie, the adhesive portion, I think it's great as well. My mom actually, like I said, she bought a scan and cut. She wants to do the adhesive portion. So that's something that I'm gonna have to learn, or maybe I could bring her in here, and we can learn together, right?
Definitely.
But yeah, as far as the scan and cut goes, I think it's a great moneymaker. Something small, right? If you want to jumpstart into the shirt business, you can. All you need is just a scan and cut. It comes with the mat, a couple of the tools that you would need. We have them here at ABS.
There's another question, can you take the class if you don't have a scan and cut?
No, you would need to have a scan and cut.
But so that brings me to another point.
What?
The scan and cut right now, the scan and cut 325 is on sale. Retail price, I believe it's about $1,000. We have it on sale right now for $699.
That's a good price.
And we're going to go ahead and throw in a free scan and cut luggage right there.
Really?
So that way, if you
wow.
want to come to class, you just get your scan and cut, throw it in your luggage, and roll it right into authorized vacuum. So, man, I wish they had a deal when I got my scan and cut.
Me too. And there's always a supply list too for the
Yes.
scan and cut classes of what you need to bring. Most of the time, it's everything that came with your scan and cut, and then a few extra items.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
No, it definitely is. I mean, apart, from the scan and cut. So I originally just started with the scan and cut, and then my wife started somehow getting, involved and interested into embroidery. So what happened next? Me and my wife decided to invest into an embroidery machine here at Authorized Vacuum Sew. And let me tell you, we started a small business, and it's just been fruitful. It's been very successful because not only because of the machines that we got, but also because of the support that Authorized Vacuum Sew gives not only its customers but its employees as well. We have a great staff, we have great educators.
We're
like I
always
said,
here
exactly.
for them.
If we don't know something, we will make sure that we find out for you. So.
And do we have all the supplies for the scan and cut?
Yes, we pretty much do, except for the sticky vinyl and heat transfer vinyl. They
That's what
don't
they're
carry
asking
that in the
for.
store.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So actually, we're probably gonna start carrying that heat transfer vinyl again.
It would be nice.
Yes.
Mhm. Yes, we're gonna talk to Veronica. You hear that, Veronica?
What's the name of his company?
My company or whose company?
Your company.
It must be a t-shirt.
Oh, t-shirt company. So my coach is Jim. His name is Andre, Coach Andre. It's Fresno Athletic Training Center. It's located, I can't remember the exact address off the top of my head, but I'm sure he put it in the comments. He does, boot camp. He does personal training. It's like I said, it's a great place to go. I personally go every day, first thing in the morning. That's how I like to start off my days. I go pick heavy things up and put them back down, and it's a great way to start my day. But yes, Fresno Athletic Training Center. You can go ahead and ask for Coach Andre. I believe he's watching, so I'm sure that he put his phone number on there in case you have any questions for him. Okay, so that brings me to the secret word.
Vanessa says the name of the company, him and his wife
Oh,
started.
our company. So our small business name is called Madtown_embroidery or Madtown Embroidery, right? The reason why Madtown is I'm actually from Madera, California, and our small little town, that we go by Madtown. Why? I have no idea. They probably think that we're mad over there all the time.
Really?
It's short for Madera.
It's short for
Yes,
Madera,
that's
right?
cool.
It's
Yes.
slang for Madera. But yeah, my wife and me and my wife, we started a small business. We're called Madtown Embroidery. Our Instagram is Madtown_embroidery. So if you wanna go check us out, feel free to check us out. But yeah, guys. Any other questions you may have? If we didn't answer it for you, or you weren't able to think about it, give us a call. Visit our website. Ask anything that you might be a little confused about, and we'll be more than happy to assist you in any type of project.
Definitely.
Not just
Bird
Scan.
says, once you use a scan and cut, you'll want one. It's amazing.
It
It
is,
really
and
is.
it's quiet.
It's very,
so
very
quiet.
quiet.
Yes.
Especially when I first started and I was working. I was
After
making
hours.
these shirts, about very after hours, so I didn't wake up my wife.
Yes, it is that quiet.
Okay, all right. So then that brings me to the secret word.
Yes,
Okay,
what is
secret
it?
word is. Can you guess it?
Because I know it.
Secret word is SNC, scan and cut. So just the words SNC.
SNC.
So go ahead and start commenting those SNC. Okay, let's get those raffle entries in there. And that way we can go ahead and get the raffle started.
And what do they win with that?
You are going to win a $50 gift card. Okay,
Nice.
you can use that $50 gift cards to buy all these notions, right? These
Perfect.
accessories that
Yes,
we just
to get
used
you
for the
started.
scan, all right?
Uh-huh.
Scan and cuts, I think, a great deal.
Oh, and don't forget to share.
Oh, yes, that's
Definitely
right.
want to share.
Share.
And who
And
won
then-
from sharing last week?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
I believe that the person that went from sharing last week, Jesus might have sent her an email already. I don't know the name right now, but I
Who
think
won
Jesus
last week
sent her.
for sharing?
I think he
I'm
has
not
the
sure.
email on his computer.
I'm not sure. I can check.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, so how many entries do we have?
There's 60 people seeing this.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna wait maybe a couple more.
They wanted to know if you're a
Seconds.
new instructor,
If I'm
Tony.
a new instructor, not yet.
He should, huh?
No, not
Yes,
yet.
he's doing
Not
a
yet.
great job.
Yes,
I still have
He's
guys.
wonderful.
Guys, I still have a lot of things to learn. Like I said, I'm so grateful and so thankful that I'm surrounded, by a great community, great instructor, great friend of mine, right?
Oh,
I've,
Tony, I love you.
I've made a lot of friends here in this community. Who would have known? Who
I
would have
know.
known?
Yes.
From military to
Yes.
scan and cut
And
embroidery.
my son was in the Army, and he now owns a scan and cut, and he does things out of his house too for people,
I'm telling you,
and puts decals on his car windows. So
that's right. That's right.
Oh, and what brand of adhesive and heat transfer vinyl do you like to use?
So there's two brands that I like to use. It honestly just depends on the type of material that you're working with. So if you're working kind of like those sports, like the jerseys and things like that, I like to use that stretch, heat transfer vinyl because when it comes to sports, you're gonna get roughed up, and the shirts are gonna get beat up. So that way, it allows you to stretch. But if it's just a shirt to wear, I like to use the scissor
Yeah.
the scissor
That's
heat
what
transfer
Brenda
vinyl.
liked to use
It's,
also.
the reason why is because when you cut it, you literally just gotta peel it off, and that's it. It's so easy. They call it easy weed heat transfer vinyl.
Rosalind
really
says,
nice.
thank you for your service, Tony.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. But yeah, okay, I think that brings us to our conclusion. So actually, we're going to announce the raffle. For the
Nice.
thumbs up.
SNC, put your
Yes.
SNCs in there.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure that everybody can see the screen. Let's see.
It's multitasking. That's why we have him here at the store. He does it all.
So we're gonna go ahead and present,
Okay, drum roll.
and we're gonna go to giveaway. Okay, here we go, guys.
Here we go. SNC.
Look at all those names popping up.
Woo!
Let's see. It's slowing down.
All right,
Vicky
Vicky,
Johnson.
congratulations.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
That's so
Congratulations. Okay. All right.
And she's local, so we'll see her when she comes in.
Yeah.
Yes.
She'll come in and buy her scan and cut.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for tuning in. I know I'm kind of a little bit all over the place,
Yeah.
but we just gotta make sure that everything's good. It's
Yes.
good. Okay. Well, that concludes our segment for today, guys. Tune in next week. Okay, we have great presentation, great class. So we'll see you next week.
All right. Yes.
All right,
It's
take
been
care.
fun, Tony. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.